Good morning, Vietnam. I can do what I want. Thank you for joining us this evening for our purview into the world of Sherlock Holmes. And Cthulhu. Cthulhu, maybe. I haven't been around much the last couple weeks. It's stress.
It's hectic. Leave it at that. I haven't been around either.
But I live for more PI. Let's see how I die this time.
And I've been streaming several streams in advance.
Dead end. The Mind Palace is your compass in an intricate... Oh. Sherlock writes everything down. Check the casebook. You might have missed something.
Now, I know this entire game from start to end. I am not saying anything.
If I get stuck, though, right?
No.
Oh. Not even a hint? The shadow.
Fire a single
Over London.
Shadow.
Right?
I just want to see what conclusions you jump to.
Oh joy. Holmes? Holmes! Oh, look, he's killed the dog again.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question?
This is literally like the start of the damn movie.
Today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
I'm sorry, I can't help
The postman brought today.
I'm literally, like, expecting the dog to show up and just kill over. What have you done to the dog?
I would feel all whatever the fuck.
I was testing a theory. Alright, welcome to the game. Use left to move around and press X to interact with objects. Okay. I am Senior Holmes.
You'll be a watch.
This mess
when
is getting
Holmes
out of
is too
hand. What will the landlady
frigged
think?
out of his mind.
No. When the plan requires it.
The plan. Always.
And you will never know what the plan is. It's obviously the plan.
Okay.
I think anything yellow is good.
Okay. Hold.
Sorry. Told you I wouldn't help you.
Oh no, how sad am I? Alright, London Advertiser, September 28th, 1882. Tensions between England and Sweden are running high after a series of unfortunate mishaps during a recent visit to London by Swedish Princess Hildur. Chief among the scandals was the embarrassment of the by the British diplomatic corps as a result of the unexplained disappearance of Princess Hildur's personal bodyguard. A longtime member of her inner circle took the opportunity to explore London while off duty and never returned from his late night promenade. A spokesman for the police assures the Advertiser that they are confident the bodyguard will be located, as he is a striking representative of the Scandinavian people. So he's tall as heck.
Yeah, so I will go ahead and take back everything. I will help you in emergencies without actually solving anything for you.
That's fair. I am perfectly okay with that. A man like that gets noticed, whether by his peers at the gentleman's club or the fair nightingales who comfort them. Okay, well,
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting.
I don't know, that's kind of interesting.
Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
Right?
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
Oh no.
His ADHD just screams. I'm looking at this room. It just screams.
I mean, to be fair, it's not his room, technically. It's Watson's. It's rainy
That
today.
is not Watson's room upstairs.
He just said, is that my bed?
Baker Street is Sherlock right there.
Except Watson said, is that my bed?
Maybe Watson's staying with him. I don't know.
It's rainy today. Why not dress in something more appropriate for the weather? Open the casebook, navigate to the wardrobe tab, and put on your hat.
Yep. So basically, you can hit the wardrobe tab, and you have access to all the things.
All the pretty things.
All the things that DLC that I unintentionally purchased.
That is the same outfit.
Not.
Yes, it is. From the other game.
It's not. Maybe the same people, but it's not the same.
It is the same outfit. That is the same outfit as well.
You got hats, glasses, mustaches.
I know.
You literally can make.
If
him
I am
any
going
version of
outside,
Sherlock you know.
I'm going to do that.
You
Oh, God, no.
You can make him any outfit.
There we go.
Make him any version of Sherlock you are aware of. Doctor Who.
That's exactly what my thought was. It's like, no fezzes here. Thank you very much. Let's see, it's raining outside. That's too dark.
Treat him how you want to treat him. This is the Sherlock you want to play.
Nerd Clark Kent. Excuse me. Oh, God. Ah!
These are all versions of Sherlock.
No. Abso-heckin-lutely not. Bruise! I can go with that. I get to pick my Watson, too? Yeah. Oh.
The bowler cap is the traditional Watson.
I'm gonna grab that one just because I know it's raining outside and I don't want him to not have a hat, too.
That's traditional Watson.
Because I am nice like that.
Okay. Throw out my hat.
I did. Why is there wood in there?
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool.
Okay. No.
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson, the conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Now, I'm curious how you will piece the puzzles together.
Is it bad that I'm just thinking the house lady was like, she repotted a fucking cactus? He seems to think that she's going to try to kill him.
Uncover this mystery, Nettie here.
Get the Strand! Get your copy of the Strand here!
You're a kid.
Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Blast! Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
Any breaking news today?
The dock accident. It's the talk of the town.
Yes, yes. Besides the tripe on the front page, anything about burglaries?
I'm not sure, sir.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson?
Cool, now I can take the day off.
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive, hence the appeal of disguises. Did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears, if you have more shillings. Get the Strand! Get your copy of the Strand here!
Pumpkins.
Get the Strand! Get your copy of the Strand here!
You have any questions? Okay, go.
No.
You're combining things. Things Saul did. And you can take wrong by the way. Every one of those little things is a thing.
From that Mr. Holmes' murder? Yes, Barnes has his quirks, but he also has his scruples.
Not every pawn knows its part of the game.
Oh, I already messed up. I got to go find the bookstore. I thought it might. I did. Interesting. Does it give me directions? Oh!
Forget is across my floor.
Okay.
Better? There you go. What's up? Building.
Do you even have enemies that would want to kill you? Okay, perhaps from Cordona.
Mr. Barnes has developed a limp, has large bags under his eyes, the result of long hours of intense work. He is not very confident and tries to appear taller by wearing high heels, which was the whole point of their invention. It seems unlikely that such a person would be involved in a murder plot, even if the ink on his hand suggests he is the one who soiled the newspaper. Nevertheless, Mr. Barnes could still be a pawn in a bigger plan without his knowledge.
So you're confirming it. Go to work all and read.
Oh, is it? No, I just read that one. Mr. Barnes has large bags under his eyes as a result of poor sleep and stress. He has developed a limp, likely the result of an attack. He wears high heels to look taller or stronger, presumably to deter future violence. Mr. Barnes is being threatened by someone and might be involved in a plot against me.
Which one do you feel?
Mr. Barnes, a word. Oh, for goodness sake.
Okay, I take it back. That's fucking suspicious.
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please...
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
No, really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out.
Hmm?
Or someone that always tries to.
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
Okay.
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
Calm down.
The ladder is broken, recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Oh, there's a puppy. Hi, puppy.
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
We're looking for a cactus needle in a haystack. A spine in a book stack? No, come on, Watson, think.
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is. An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible. The finest view London has to offer.
I like bookshops. One of the few spots in London where you are shunned for making a racket.
I don't really want to leave. Oh, I can't. Okay, I guess I have to leave.
Whatever you read dictation.
Is there a reason why there's alchemy on your wall?
Yes.
Cool. No, he's just Barnes. He doesn't have Noble yet. Does it involve me going back in there? Okay. I'm good for right now.
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily. I know, not very original.
I would like to pet your dog. Huh? Do I need to keep harassing her?
The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
Familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin? The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
There's a... Well, uses makeup to hide her tear-stained cheeks. Her dress is made from expensive fabric that is not suitable for outside work. Her shoes show traces of mud. She must have changed them when she arrived. While she tries to bury her grief by dressing extravagantly, she still wears a mourning brooch in memory of her late husband. Her gaze, always staring off into the distance, reveals her emotional detachment. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Oh no, I am reading it. Mrs. Fleming wears her mourning brooch in memory of her late husband. Her dress is made from expensive fabric that's not suited for work. Her shoes some traces of mud. She must have changed them when she arrived. Her eyes constantly dart around the street, seemingly in search for something. Perhaps she is waiting for someone. While Mrs. Fleming cherishes the memory of her departed husband, she is trying to move on, as suggested by her makeup and nice outfit. Perhaps she is dressing to attract someone's attention, or simply because she has learned to love herself.
Mrs. Fleming, you look particularly lovely today. Is there a reason?
Does a woman need a reason to look or feel beautiful?
No, but your distant look suggests you seek one man's gaze in particular.
Who told you that?
Nobody. Merely a keen eye and some simple deduction.
Well, I'll kindly ask you to keep your keen eye to yourself, Mr. Holmes.
You. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what's right.
Piss off the flower lady. Let's get stabbed.
Lots of evidence based on.
I know.
We don't use them back.
Just looking.
I don't know anything about this, sorry.
So say you don't get punished.
Picking the wrong things.
Correct.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
One of these things is not like the other.
The idea
Come
when
again?
you're right
The
versus
cactus.
wrong.
Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break. I don't know anything about this, sorry. I don't know anything about this, sorry. Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course. But we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog. And most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy. So we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached. But since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
You, homegirl. Let's go. Time to play matchmaker.
You've got this case now?
I had this case 5 minutes ago.
Well, why don't you go back 5 minutes ago?
Easy, good boy. Oh, but I still can't harass you, can I? That's ridiculous.
Didn't you once tell me that answers usually lie in plain sight?
Ooh. What? Where? What do you mean? For like evidence and crap? Except that booted me out of there when I found the last piece of evidence. Yes. It booted me out of the conversation.
Should have worn something warmer.
Which is why I left. But this dude I can talk to, so let's go talk to him.
May I ask for your assistance?
It's a shame, but I can't help you.
May I ask you something?
It's a shame, but I can't help you.
Guess so. Ah, got it.
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Is this familiar to you?
Excuse me, what? I'm not sure I know.
Oh, maybe that's what I need to do. Because I was wrong? I only messed up once. Yay! Barnes displays a bouquet of dead flowers to attract the attention of Mrs. Fleming, a florist. He may hope she will come into his shop and give him watering advice, or if it could simply be a symbol of his desperation. Barnes anonymously gifted her a cactus, which he ordered from the catalog on his counter. Questionable choice, but for Barnes a symbol of his eternal love, since the catalog presents these cacti as immortal. Plainly, this is the same cactus he dropped in the Strand. Now to hear the full story. Let's go hear this lovesick.
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer. I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right, then.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus in your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless for this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
Gonna kill him. I know what. Do you, Holmes? Do you?
Up to you.
Because I swear to God, if you mess this up for me, I'm gonna be mad. Boy, if you let me down, I will restart this game.
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
Oh no!
So at
Sleep
last,
more.
we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can.
Let
I
the
am an
poor
expert
boy
on
go.
obscure languages and
I'm
translation
gonna go across the street and buy a rose.
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Did you not hear what he said?
Oh,
You did not. Okay.
I know. He's letting fucking read the damn Strand, whatever.
No, you completely missed the entire segment of what he said just before that. Go on.
Of him going and talking to the woman?
No. What he just confessed to Holmes. Awesome. Great. Have fun.
That he subscribes to every single paper? You're mean. Saltpeter. Whoops.
That's my pen coming out of your foot.
Why is your pen coming out of my foot?
I have no idea. But it's on the ground now.
Saltpeter explosion rock stocks. Locals at the Port of London had a rude awakening last night with loud bangs and thick red smoke disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moskva had docked at Pier N3 in the early evening en route to Europe when it was rocked by several concussive explosions. The port authority is yet to comment on the incident. It is unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitnesses report seeing saltpeter leaking into the river. That can't be good. But with the area still off limits to the workers and the public, it may be some time before you have a full account of what transpired. Cool.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, please, for the love of God, go talk to her. Like,
And not about the fact that you speak secret languages.
oh, I know I'm coming back here eventually with the book. Remember that part. When he comes back with the book.
I'm sure Barnes has had enough of our meddling, Mr. Holmes. We best be off.
I'm assuming you've seen this.
Yes.
That was the thing that it was that.
Oh, is that what you're complaining about?
I speak secret languages and such.
Yeah, no, I already knew I was coming back here.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
You
No?
need more rest.
Well, Only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But
it's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come. Not much further now.
Why does every Sherlock Holmes game...
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the Inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant.
Huh?
What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform
Is
you.
it bad that I was already thinking, hey look, he's got a fish face. Oh.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony, then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Tell me about Kimahia.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen, and as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos.
Maori.
He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
I take it this is the first time Kimahia has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
Savagery. Get bent.
Is there any reason Kimahia may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Okay, did he eat anything else?
Did Kimahia make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
Is that a pet? Is that a
kept his wages in my safe
pet name?
For security.
Or, like, is he actually named Sergeant Ruffles, like a puppy?
We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I can't investigate the deteriorating wall.
Gotcha.
Oh.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots. Chewing tobacco.
What is this? Can't.
No spot here. Three certain can hit it. Yellow.
Is it yellow? I can't. That's as high as I can go. Maybe I need to inspect something else in order to do so? Okay, well. Yeah, see?
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
It's through the whole area, not just one spot. Okay?
Oh.
What you can go through the whole area. Not through the whole area, the whole area. This is puzzle for Batman level detective skills. Got that. Other thing.
There's a thing right there.
Yeah, that's a stage.
Do I... Oh.
Of this process. You don't have enough tubes here. There's that.
Okay.
Somebody was on there. Always a lot. So, there's ground.
On. I'm doing. I want to get out of here.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right. Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here. A small Navy spyglass.
No.
A scrap of Hessian. These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them. Clothes made of Hessian. Is Sten really so miserly? A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called. No air coming through it. Button chops, the remains of a meal. The ashes are long since cold. Heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
Is this a Tanifar, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills. Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
I know, right?
No.
Could have left these tracks. They seem fresh. The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
I am stuck.
No air coming through it. No air coming through it.
Do you think Kimmy here had an accomplice in his escape?
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
I think I'm done for tonight. Alright, everybody. Thank you for sticking with me. I am just kind of tired. It's been a long, long week. So I'm gonna go to bed. You all have a good night.